Okay, we're sitting here at our secret rendezvous point on the pub car park. It's nearly 6 p.m. on a Saturday evening, and we're waiting for people to come along to meet up for our Yule Blot. Are you excited, boys?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm here with my 3 boys. We're looking forward to a Yule Blot. We've got all our stuff ready. We've got a box fire. We've got our mead horn, all the things we need for the blot. How many people are going to come tonight? Do you know, boys?
2, isn't it? 2 or 3?
2 or 3? Yeah.
Well, including us, probably about 6 or 7, maybe. 6 or 5.
We've got a decent hearth here. It varies on how many people come along. We've had like 9, 10 people, haven't we, in the past?
Yeah, max really. We've got quite a few, but a lot of them don't turn up.
Right. Each blot is different, isn't it? Sometimes people can manage to travel and have the time, and sometimes not. We try and do 4 big blots a year, so like the 2, the equinoxes and the solstices, don't we?
We've done quite a few this year. We might miss 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But we've done quite a bit this year.
Yeah. Well, which blot was it that we did our Futhark, our rune call? That was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was with Andy B, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Anders came along for that one, and he did the rune call, and we put it on YouTube, didn't we? So you can search. If you look on OR Media, on our Odinic Right Media YouTube channel, I think it was probably the last video that was uploaded. We've got the full Futhark live blot, with a little bit of backing music that we added to it, so it can be like a meditation, a runic meditation. It's really, really good. It's worth searching up. Futhark meditation, I think we've called it. So this is my favourite blot of the year. What about you lot?
Yeah.
It's one of them ones where you
just look forward to this one.
Yeah, it's just one of the main ones that you know what's going to happen, but you also don't.
Yeah. Every blot comes across differently. Even when we've got the same people there, it's like kind of has a different vibe, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's my favourite, to be honest, because there's been some discussion about Yule and when to hold the blot and that, but in my opinion, and I think it's the opinion of the Odinic Right, we're solar, and the sun is so important. It's so important to us, so important to our folk. And I can't understand the logic behind not holding a blot for Yule in regards to the sun coming back and Baldur's rebirth. That seems so important to me, and not just important in religious terms, but important for like the awakening of our folk. Really, the sun is so important, and it's inspirational, isn't it? The sun.
Yeah. Well, you can't live without the sun. It feeds the crops, which feeds the animal, which gives us meat. It's like very important to us. It's
the ultimate source of all things.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a blot in January, which is the charming of the plough blot, which is it was taken over by the church as well. In some villages, they still bring a plough into the village to bless from the church as well. That's an ancient tradition, but we hold that in January. And as far as fertility goes, like we can ask for rain, you can worship Thor and ask for rain, we can ask for the weather to be good and all that sort of thing. But ultimately, we need the sun. I mean, you can irrigate, you can use water sources and rivers to irrigate fields and things like that. But if you don't have the sun, you're up the creek, aren't you?
Yeah, like what I've just said, if it gives us heat, it's pretty much a main source of heat.
Well, it is, isn't it? I mean, as far as nature's concerned, of course, yeah. Or volcanoes, but we haven't got any of them locally, have we?
Not jumping in one of them.
Ted, you don't come to as many blots as the other 2, but you enjoyed the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah? It was cool, wasn't it? I enjoyed it.
Especially with the gammon.
Oh, you well, yeah. We go to the pub after, don't we?
Yeah.
And we usually have a meal, don't we? And we have a little social. Do you know what they call like a drinks and a social after a blot? Do you know what they call it? Sumbel. Sumbel. Sumbel.
Yeah. Have a pint.
A pint. You don't have a pint or 2. You don't have any pints.
What about half?
Because you're a child.
Half?
No, not even a half. You're not even old enough for a half.
How about a pint of water?
Mind you, I think a J2O with all that blinking horrible sugar in is worse for you than a beer.
Yeah,
I would have thought. Right, who's going to guess how many people are going to come? We won't name names. We won't name any names and put that out there, but I reckon we've got
7. 5. 7 including us, maybe.
I reckon, yeah. I reckon
Yeah.
7 tonight. I reckon we've got 3 people coming tonight. We've got some local people, some people who travel a little. One of my friends from the Iron Harrier Hearth is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rocker. Yeah,
Yeah,
the black metal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the other black metal guy who
Yeah.
comes, but another black metal guy.
Yeah.
You've not met him.
Yeah.
He made a brilliant album. Tears for the All Father,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
But
that's what
that
he
was either
said,
the name
yeah.
of the album. It's definitely the name of one of the tracks on the album. But that's brilliant. I'm sure I've got it in the car here somewhere. I'll have to put it on later.
Looks
And
like
try and
he
promote
might
it
be
for
here
him.
anyway.
There's a car just turned up, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Who can see in that car?
Oh, no.
This is always the fun thing about meeting up on a dark car park when you
Yeah.
haven't seen people for a while. You don't always remember what car you drive and things like that.
Yeah. We've had a couple of new people park the opposite side of us, and we're just chatting.
Yeah.
And there are other people,
Yeah.
and we're like, where are they? And they're gonna come, and they get out the car, and they come over and say, is this for the OR? And we're like, yeah, we've been looking for you, and they've been there for like 5-10
I know,
minutes.
right? Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? We should
Yeah.
have like a flag to stick over the top of the car, shouldn't we?
Yeah, a big
Right.
metal pole.
Listen, boys, it's getting close to 6, so let's just wait for him. We'll wind this podcast up now. We'll maybe do a little bit more later, perhaps. Yeah, there's another guy coming now. It looks like we might be having it on for a good blot tonight. So we'll finish the podcast for a moment. We'll maybe add a bit more to it later. And anyone else who's blotting for the solstice, Westale. What do you say, boys?
Sail.
Go on, they can do better than that. 3, 2, 1.
Sail.
There you have some of that. Okay, boys, it's 9 o'clock at night and we've had our blot. It was a good blot, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Yule Blot. And we got some people over. A friend of mine I haven't seen for a long time from Iron Harrier Hearth came over, which was fantastic. We hailed the gods, we hailed Boulder, the rising sun. What did you enjoy about the blot most, Harold?
Probably listening to everybody's, like, after, before the mead, when you say Westale,
Yeah.
listening to everybody's, like, views and whatnot.
Yeah. We do what I've decided to do just recently, and what other people sometimes do in other hearths that I've heard about, is we do like 3 rounds with the mead horn if we can, don't we?
You do, like, gods, which most of us did. Boulder, because he's returned 21st, is it?
Yeah, 22nd of solstice, I think, this
yeah.
year, yeah. But yeah, so a round for the gods, or a particular god, a round for the ancestors, and then a round for, like, saying whatever you want to say. So did you enjoy it?
Yeah, chips were nice.
Oh, yeah, because we went to the pub after, didn't we?
Yeah.
What do we call it when we socialise afterwards? Do you remember what I said? Call it a sumbel. A social after our block. But yeah, we went back to the pub with our friends and we had a little drink and that kind of thing, didn't we? And some food, a little bit of food. So that's like kind of our Yule meal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most, mate?
Same thing really. It's like listening to people's views and what they have to say about, for example, the gods and the ancestors.
Yeah.
But most of all, like what they have to say at the end. So it might be something personal or something we've done recently.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I think at the end, the one theme that a lot of people say is so good just to meet up, isn't it? And it's so hard to meet up because we've all got busy lives, especially if we've got families.
And some people live, like, quite far away, and they're not very local.
Yeah,
They're
well-
just trying to. A lot of, like, some people are like hour or 2 away or something, and
Yeah.
a lot of people can't come for that reason.
Yeah, because we've got quite a big heart. If we had like, a good 12 people or so come, if everyone comes along, but then obviously people have got other things to do. It's quite hard to find the time to. But when you do come, and this is the most important thing, when you do come, you realise how important gathering in person with people. Like getting online is fine and talking online, and you do get that connection, but getting together with people in the real world, holding a blot together, honouring the gods, honouring our ancestors, and then afterwards just meeting up, just having a drink before we all leave. So important in this day and age.
Yeah, because some people, like, you haven't seen in years sometimes, and it's just nice to meet up.
Yeah. We had a talk about like music. One of the lads is into
Yeah.
his black metal, and I want to introduce him to another one of our friends too, who's big into his black metal as well. So we want to get those two guys to talk together. Ted, you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right then, mate. Listen, we're going to finish up now. We've had a fantastic night. Yule is approaching. We've had to blot a little bit earlier than normal just because of timings and stuff and when people can get together. But yeah, West Isle to everyone. Let's have a big West Isle, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
West Isle!
All right. Harry, hit the tunes. Let's finish off with a little bit of a music.